Welcome back to Ramp and Splash, the gaming channel of laughing, learning, and absurdity and skill building. So, speaking of absurdity, I played a lot of M21 this week. I think I played about 8 drafts over the week, and I hate it. I hate M21. I think this is my least favorite draft format ever. So I'm just not going to play it. We'll do some flashback drafts and maybe some special events, but I need something else to do instead of M21 to sort of keep my sanity intact. Yeah, I think I did about 8 drafts, and I went 0-3 in 5 of them. And then in 2 of them, I went 3-0. And then the other 1 or 2, I did 1 and 2. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't really want to play an 0-3, 3-0 draft. I'm not interested in that. The card evaluations suck. The archetypes suck. I'm just not into it. So what I want to do instead today is try something new. And I thought maybe we would play some Brawl. We would play some Brawl. Let's play some Brawl. I've only played maybe 5 games of Brawl on Arena. I think I played 1 game of Brawl in person with multiplayer. Obviously, one-on-one, it's a totally different format. So we're going to have to learn how to play Constructed. So one-on-one Constructed Magic is not something that I do. So this is going to be the development of a whole new set of skills and adjustment to a whole new format. And you're here to see me on basically my very first steps. I've made 2 Brawl decks over the past 6 months. I just played a game to test one out to make sure everything was working properly. And I got smushed, just totally smushed. I was playing Iluna, and I don't think she's good. I don't think she's good in Brawl, even with all the lovely little mutatos. So what we're going to do instead is go right to basics. We're gonna build a couple of Brawl decks this morning and test them out, and then refine them. And then next week we'll test them out again and refine them again. And if they suck, we'll find new ones. I looked up some of the metagame, and the sites are not filled with a lot of data. Nobody seems to be submitting data from Arena in terms of Brawl. So it's hard to know what people are actually playing. I looked up some blogs, and a lot of them were 6 months old when Brawl was first being put on with the Brawlers Guild Hall, but that's done. Now Brawl is just a format you can play anytime. So things are changing quickly, and nobody seems to be on top of the format. If you have any suggestions for how to find information on Arena Brawl, leave them in the doobly-doo. But what we're going to do is treat it like uncharted territory. We're going to start charting the format. We're going to see what people are playing, and we're gonna try it out. So, first things first, I opened a Teferi Master of Time. Select format. Let's brawl, baby! Let's brawl, baby! I got a Teferi Master of Time. Let's give him a shot. He seems, well, maybe. He seems powerful. So the thing about Teferi that I missed when I was playing him in Sealed is that all of his abilities are at instant speed, and you can play them on both turns, right? So on your turn, you loot, and on their turn, at instant speed, not just on their turn, but in, say, reaction to a combat trick, you poof it out of existence. We're going to call it boofing, which I know is something else, but it amuses me right now to call it boofing. So we're gonna boof things out of existence, right? It does say target creature you don't control, so you can't protect your own creatures with it. But that's like whatever, right? We want to try and take advantage of the drawing, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and Set this to blue and, nope, not land, blue and colorless. And I want to look at things that, yeah, this is a nice feature that they added in. If you hover over the search bar, you get their logical statements, numerical compositions, text comparisons. That's cool. But I just want to look for the word draw. There's probably a lot of them. But what we're looking for is draw payoffs. So absolutely ominous seas, right? 100% ominous seas. Draw cards. No. We might put some of these cards in, but what we're looking for is the payoffs. What do you get from drawing? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, attach Mantle of Tides to target creature you control. That is a payoff. It seems pretty aggressive. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have an aggressive Teferi deck. What I'm thinking is that we go Teferi's Tutelage and we try to build a mill deck. I don't know if that's realistic, but I think I might want to try it. Let's see, where are the payoffs? Let's make Silent Submersible work. Whenever Silent Submersible deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. Dude. Where's my payoffs, motherfucker? At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from the battlefield, draw a card. That's real specific. Good old Baron. It's nice art. That's actually really nice art. I would buy a poster of that. Okay, befuddle. Get it. No, it's the other way around. No. Yeah, okay, so there's your payoff. Until your next turn, up to one target creature gets -2. This is lots of good. There's lots of good card drawing, but we knew that. The question is, what are the payoffs? Like, what do you get for drawing cards here? We know that's a theme in green-blue in M21. 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 Okay, Tome Anima is a payoff, sort of. Teferi's Insight is sort of a payoff. No, I'm waiting for the big reveal. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Steelgaze Griffin gets +2/+0. But that just makes it a 4/4 flyer for 5, and that's just not good. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, so you could use Teferi to craft the perfect Attempsis hand, but you still have to deal damage with her. She costs 6, is just a 4/5 flyer, super looter. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Commence the end game is okay, because you're making a big Zarmby. Oh, hey, buddy. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So it's only a +1/+1 counter. There's our payoff, right? At the beginning of your upkeep, put a knowledge counter on the magic mirror, then draw a card for each knowledge counter on the magic mirror. Here's another looter. It's kind of fun. But when you return all cards, they have to be ones that were exiled from the bag of holding, because that's how bags of holding work. Oh gosh, guys, I'm not seeing anything here. Draw a card for each color. That's not good. All right, so this card draw, this card draw theme is not going to play out. Some of these cards might still be good though. Not you, and not you. You suck. I'm real skeptical on this one. These three are good. These three are very powerful. Commence the end game is an instant, which is gorgeous. And Jace just sits there and is a distraction, right? He just makes your opponent feel nervous. Tolarian Kraken. Oh, I see. I wonder if so Baron must be in there. He's probably casting a spell right now to get rid of that Kraken. Is Temsis worth it? I don't think she is. I don't think she's worth it. Okay. That got us started. Let's talk about Graveyard. Well, no. Now we can search for the word mill, right? Whoa, look, they changed the text. They went back and changed. Wow, target player mills 4 cards. Wow. Let's take a look at these mill cards. Is this strategy legit? So we have Jace. That's both players. Return up to 2 instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's actually kind of strong. Use a counter spell. There's Sage's Road Denizen in case we have a token strategy somehow. Choose target artifacts. Yeah, we're not going to do an artifact strategy. That's boring. Counter target spell, its controller. Is that the same as Thought Collapse? Mill 3 cards. Mill 3 cards. It's the same card! Oh. Well, when people don't say please, I do go through a Thought Collapse. So, I guess that works. Wall of Lost Thoughts is a mill card. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it's a 2-mana artifact that just sits there and mills every turn until it is something better. Oh god, is Persistent Petitioners even legal in we could do a Teferi Persistent Petitioners deck. They are obnoxious people, they're lobbyists who hang out in your they're lobbyists who hang out in your government, but they are powered by time magic, so they can just sit there forever. They have all the time in the world to wear you down to get their policies through. That is fucking bananas. All right, I'm going to switch headphones to monitor my voice here. How's that? Can I hear me? No. Why can't I hear me? Hello? Oh, there's a loose connection. That's good. Brand new adapter and there's a loose connection. How's that? Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so when I talk into the mic, I am getting into the yellow. No, that sounds nice. I turned down the... Let's see. How's that? No, how's that? Is that better? Okay. Yeah, that seems right. Okay. Vantress Gargoyle, Persistent Petitioners, yes, they are like Monsanto or Halliburton lobbyists. So Folio of Fancies seems bad. Yeah, that's also pretty terrible. let's just put them all in. We're just gonna do all of these. Not Emery. Let's see what these counter spells look like. Let's see what Jace looks like. Oh wow, is this card actually good? No, right? Because the equip 3 is stupid. Yeah. Wand of vertebrae. That's you mill a card, not target player mills a card. Okay. All right, where are we at? We've got our lands, we've got our commander. Let's. Oh, we screwed this up really bad. Okay, we needed to look at not collected. First of all, I want to add this. For sure, for sure. Maze Mind Tome, draw a card, gain. No. No. I like the flavor of this. So when you are able to, when you've read 4 sections of the book, you're done with the book. You've learned all you're going to learn from the book, so you're done with it. It's like real reading. Okay. Tome mill. What cards didn't I have available to me? I didn't have. Turn on my audio a little bit. When Towering Wave Mystic deals damage, target player mills that many cards. I don't think so. Target player mills 4 cards. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard to do it again. For 2 mana, that's fine. It's not good. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target player mills 2 cards. This is the one that I was looking for. I'm surprised I didn't have that because I thought I had a pretty strong collection of Ravnica Allegiance cards. I drafted a bunch of Ravnica Allegiance, but apparently I didn't draft the blue mill deck. Sage of Mysteries is really lovely. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever an enchantment, no. She's lovely, but her powers are not the ones we're looking for. When Sphinx Mindbreaker enters the battlefield, each opponent mills 10 cards. But it's a 6/6 for 7. Brother's got a sweet hat, though. Look at that. Look at that headpiece on that motherfucker. Ah, I like the cut of his jib. This is why I'm a bad deck brewer. Okay, so we've got some mill cards. We've got a few draw cards. We probably want to have some like straight up draw. So like opt, like instant speed draw a card. What were the draws that we missed? Because I was only looking in my collection. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere in their hand, draw a card other than their hand. Yeah, I don't think I care. Nope, I don't care about that. Metamized Prophecy, scry 2, choose a card name. When you cast the spell with a chosen name, draw 2 cards. Look at the top of each player's library. There's a lot of value there, but I'm not seeing it. Flash, when Omen of the Sea enters the battlefield, scry 2, then draw a card. What's that, preordain? And then you can sack it to scry 2. That seems pretty strong. What else did I miss? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Mystic Skyfish gains flying, but it's a 3/1 for 3. That's just not... Guys, I gotta be honest, that's not good. Oh! I knew I was forgetting someone. Come here, Nader Kraken. I'm gonna turn my game down and see if that helps. I got a little bit in the red there. You'll have to bear with me while I'm learning, right? This is all new to me. Okay. Whenever he attacks, if you control a Teferi Planeswalker, draw a card, but you have to play a 3/3 for 4 and then attack with it, and that doesn't seem useful. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn. So that's going to be the thing that we do if this mill thing is totally bad, which I think it is. If it turns out to be totally bad, we might try a draw go deck and just never cast spells on our own turn and only cast them on our opponent's turn, and in that case, Wave Break Hippocamp is the shit. Okay, let's talk. Oh, am I popping my T's? T's, pop, pop, a little bit. Oh, this is all, guys, it's all about learning. This is all learning experience. We're all going to get better at this. You're going to get better at listening. I'm going to get better at talking. But more importantly, we're going to get better at using the microphone. Okay. Whenever an enchantment, no. Fairy formation is a lot of fun. Shimmer Dragon is an artifact sub-theme. Oh boy, Timeless Voyager. Draw a card, put target creature on top of its owner's library. Creatures you control gain haste. Draw 7 cards. Cost 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. That's interesting. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent. In mono blue, I think that's actually good. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so, okay, I think we're feeling this. Wow, that tinging on my glass really comes through on the mic, huh? Whew. Okay, as I was going through, I noticed some really powerful cards that we're going to want to include. I think Sublime Epiphany is just a joy. We still have 10 more cards. Sublime Epiphany, and then flying 5/5 for 5. I mean, that's just pretty great. Draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. When it dies, scry 2. That's pretty potent. Spells your opponents cast the target creature or planeswalker you control, cost 2 more. Create a wizard, then loot. I like that looting, right? We're trying to take advantage of the looting whenever possible. No. Let's see. Rousing Read is so much fun. That's such a fun card. Okay, Narset. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Oh, hi. Welcome, Seraphiel. Did I say that right? Or Seraphael? Yeah, I'm building my first Brawl deck right here on the stream, and we're going bonkers first. So what we're gonna try to do is build a mono blue mill deck, and I don't think it's gonna work, but it's gonna be fun to test out, and then maybe we'll build a better one later in an hour or so. So Narset seems pretty good. Moo. Skydancer. Until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -2/-0 and loses flying. I mean, losing flying is really good. Yeah, she seems pretty great in a mono blue deck. Oh, you've only been on Arena for a week. Okay. Well, so normally what I do is drafting on this channel, right? And drafting is the format where you're opening the packs and you're picking the cards you want out of the packs and then passing them around the circle, right? That's my favorite way to play. But the current set that's out, the drafting, I just don't like, honestly. I did like 8 drafts this week and I just wasn't enjoying it. So I thought today when I go to stream, I don't want to draft again. I want to try something new. So what we're playing here is Brawl. And Brawl is kind of a casual format where you pick one either planeswalker or legendary creature, and that becomes your like the centerpiece of your deck. And then you build a 60-card deck, one of each card, but you build it around the colors of your commander. So I picked Teferi. It's a bonkers new planeswalker, and we're gonna try to build a mono blue deck around it. And it's not going to be good, but that's what we're doing. So this is totally new for me, totally new. So we're all learning together, right? That's the fun part, is learning together. All right, and part of learning together is making mistakes, and I think we are about to make some real serious mistakes. Metamized Prophecy seems pretty neat, but I also think there's some really aggressive red decks, like based around Torbrand. So I want to have some cheap creatures. I think Thibblethip is a fantastic cheap creature. And I'm also going to want to look at the sort of the colorless cards that are cheap. Because there might be some artifact creatures here that we can use. Josh says, Teferi is very broken if you don't know. And that is true. That is super true. We're going to try and break it here, but I don't think this is the way to break it. I just want to try it because I think it'll be fun. And we're going to start with fun. And when fun doesn't work, we'll go good. We'll go from fun to good. That's the progression. You start fun and then you go to good. That's the learning. Okay, so we're looking at cheap creatures that can save us in the early game from getting run over. Grafdigger's Cage seems, if you're milling someone, that can be a real benefit. Let's see. Ozolith, Arcane Signet. We should ramp. We should probably ramp. If anyone has suggestions for how to survive long enough to mill out an opponent, I will take your suggestions. Angel Humans, very healy. Yeah. Angel Tribal is a lot of fun. You know, actually, Crystalline Giant goes down fairly early, and it can be a good blocker because sometimes it'll have Death Touch. And then if you need it to win the game, you can also just use it as an attacker. So let's throw Crystalline Giant in there. Palladium Mirror is another ramper. Let's ditch colorless and go straight to blue. What are our blue 1-drops that have an effect? Oh, what about the fairies that the fairies that bounce things? Not Fae of Wishes, the other one. The one with the little jug. It's a 3-drop, right? Yeah, Crystalline Giant is a lot of fun. Oh, your Angel deck is your favorite piece is Sephara. You could probably make a Brawl deck out of that. You stick Sephara in your commander slot. That would work. Where's that fairy? I can't remember what it's called, and now I'm getting. It's not Tome Raider. It's not the Vandal. Brazen Borrower, that's the one. I'd have to craft it, but I don't mind crafting a Brazen Borrower. It's pretty strong. The 2 mana return a non-land permanent to the hand. It's pretty strong. Okay, let's talk about. Oh, we need one more. We need one more card. Something powerful and cheap. I wonder about the Manticore, because a lot of the opponents are going to have what's it called? Mant. No? It's a 3-drop. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Masticore, not a Manticore. Good lord. You're being very pedantic, wizards. All right. Lands. No, show me lands. Oh, yeah, not 3-drop lands. All right. So islands. We'll pick out some good islands to go with these. But let's see what else we can find for good lands. Mobilized District is good. We may need a blocker in a hurry. Lotus Field. I don't see any benefit nor downside. So I don't know. Karn's Bastion proliferating onto your commander is very, very potent. So we'll stick that in there. Josh says, yesterday I bought the historic card pack with Ulamog and the shrines, and I built a shrine deck, and it's a hell of fun. That sounds like fun. Is that so you're playing in historic or which format? Passage. We already have Castle Vantress. Oh, do we have any birds? Not really. No important birds. There's no major birds here. Also, if I was to have a military cosplay, I would want my name to be Major Bird. Wasn't there a famous Admiral Byrd from British history? I think so. Blast Zone does not come in tapped, so it's really good. Josh asks, how do you change your deck building screen to that one from the default screen? So in the top right, there's a button that says change deck layout, and so you can switch from this version to this version. I hope that's what you mean. Let me know if that's what you mean. And you are playing historic, yeah. So I haven't played historic at all. I really just draft and sealed. Those are my 2 formats. This is branching out for me. So this is a whole new thing. If it turns out to be super fun, maybe I'll try historic someday. But for right now, I think this is going to keep me occupied for quite a long time. And then hopefully, come September, Zendikar is going to be out, and it's going to be fucking great. And so I'm looking forward to that. So we have several cards that we need to craft. So I'm going to press the craft all button. 1 common, 1 uncommon, 5 rare, and 1 mythic. What have I got? I got 17 rares. So we're going to do this. Finish deck. And I think we can all admit that this is a risky move. This is making a mono blue mill deck in a fairly aggressive format is real risky. So we're gonna test it out, and then we'll come back. I suspect we need more counter spells and big blockers. Oh, we didn't come up with a name. We need a name. Teferi helps you with. Oh no. Let's say queuing with Teferi. Is that how you spell queuing? It doesn't look right, but I think that is correct. Queuing. No, there's a second E. There we go. Queuing with Teferi. Teferi is the kind of friend who helps you find the right line and then encourages you to stay there until you die of natural causes 30 years later. Seraphil says, is any deck not risky? No, but some decks are more risky than others. I always think my deck is pretty solid until someone comes along with a mega. Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah. That's my experience too. But every once in a while, you're onto something that other people are not onto, and then you just get to just kick the crap out of them, essentially. And that's what's going to happen here, is that other people are onto secrets and tricks, and they're going to kick the crap out of us, and that's fine. That's fine. We're going to try and keep a mastery-focused mentality here. We're not here to win. We're here to learn and get better, right? Josh says, my main deck is an Esper control deck built around Doom Foretold and Dance of the Manse. Dance of the Manse? That's a great, that's the Beauty and the Beast inspired card. I love it. Josh asks, what country are you from? I'm in the United States. I'm in New England, in the Northeast. How about you guys? Where are you from? So I'm going to keep. I like this keep. Drown Secrets on turn 2 is going to be very strong. We just have to keep from getting run over because this person has an aggressive humans deck. Humans. Oh no! Which one's better, Ominous Seas or Drown Secrets? I think Drown Secrets, right? Oh no! Oh no, we're gonna get wrecked. We're gonna get absolutely wrecked. Oh, and then there's just getting bonked by your card pulls. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but that's magic for you. That's part of the joy of magic. I wish I could play 2 spells here. That's why you want your curve to be as low as possible, because you want to be playing 2 spells as soon as possible. I think Ominous Seas is the best start. We may never get to 8 counters. Seraphil is from the US, and Josh is from Germany. Well, Seraphil, happy 4th of July. For Independence Day. Okay, so General Kudrow is now indestructible, so we have, like, no way to stop this guy. We're just gonna get run right the fuck over. This is a tough call. I mean, Teferi is good, but Teferi will die immediately. Because they'll attack with 8 power and we'll boof out General Kudrow. I mean, we're getting hit for 8, so we're just going to lose real quick here. That's fine. Teferi's Ageless Insight or Palladium Mirror. Or we hold up Thought Collapse, and if they don't cast it, we use Omen of the City. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold up Thought Collapse. Oh, you're doing a 4th of July breakfast. That's great. Josh asks, are you gone now? Tell me what you mean by gone. Like are we on a holiday? Or am I gone like I'm getting my ass kicked? Which is absolutely the case. Okay. We're gonna die with 2 counters on this thing. Oh, oh, Jesus. All right. Draw, play a dude. So now we can hold up Brazen Borrower or Petty Theft, right? So that's 2 mana, and then we can hold up 3 mana. So I'm actually going to play Palladium Mirror here. And I think what I'll do is I'll bounce General Kudro. Oh. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to bounce General Kudro just to stay alive. Oh, I see. If you're going to, yeah, to do husbandly duties. I see. All right. Oh yeah, go ahead and share your screenshot. This is so bad. You have a Gideon's Company at 3131. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, this is so terrible. They have an Oathsworn Knight. Attacks each combat if able. Yeah. We're dead. We're dead. But that's fine. We had fun, right? we had fun. Done. Oh, I missed that. I missed that. Yeah, the lawmakers thing. Yeah. Well, still, sometimes it's just fun to have a 3131 hanging around. Ooh, and we're dead. So this is my impression of Brawl on Arena, is that everyone's playing 2-drop, 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 2-drop Lord, and then attacking and winning. And you basically just either run the other person over or you get run over. Hey Hal, thank you. We're playing Brawl today, Hal, because I am not impressed with M21. I'm just kind of over it. So we're trying something totally new. Okay, I'm actually gonna recycle this this reward. We want to try and get a 750 coin reward, and we didn't. But this is just fine. Kill 15 opponent's creatures. All right, let's play one more, and then we'll go back and revise this deck and see if we can make it work one more time. Seraphil says, I was hoping I could get a conclave tribunal to get rid of the lawmaker. Yeah. Totally. So we're up against a slower deck that wants to draw cards. This is where we're gonna shine, right? We're gonna play nice and slow, and we're gonna mill them all the way out. Gonna mill right out, mill them out all the way. So this is a strong start. So we go turn 1, turn 2, Signet, turn 3, Denizen, turn 4, Gales, assuming we draw 1 land. So I think, oh, you get a free mulligan in Brawl. We should have mulliganed maybe that last game. I forget that you get a free mulligan. That is a learning moment, and that's what we're all about here on Rampant Splash. Learning. Watch. I said they have a slow control deck. Watch them have like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then kill us like the last game. Serafil says, I'm facing a blue deck that keeps stealing my creatures and I hate it. You are not alone, friend. You are not alone. Oh no, they're going to try to mill us out. Danger. Danger. Look out, everybody. It's a mill competition. It's a mill petition. Which is, yeah. So I really want to get Kraken here. Get it? I'm going to get Kraken. Julian Wolf. Wolf. Ja. Julian Wolf. Serafel says blue decks are just always the worst time for me. And you are. You know, people have been saying that since 1994, right? There's 2 kinds of Magic players. There's people who play blue and people who hate playing against blue. And that's it. Let's play an island. So now we have 4 mana. I really want to get an engine going here, so I'm going to play Sage's Road Denizen. They're moving nice and slow, but I gotta watch out for counter spells. I think they have counter spells incoming. Serafel says, "What about people who hate blue so much they refuse to make them themselves?" Yes, absolutely. I'm usually one of those people, but I saw this card and I wanted to try something goofy and fun. So you're not alone. You know, people have their favorite colors, and then they have colors that they hate. If you want to be a limited player, like if you want to play draft and sealed, you kind of have to embrace all 5 colors because you're going for the color that's open, right? The most important thing is to get the color that's available to you that you can play with effectively. Ooh, we got scorched. That's okay though. But when it comes to constructed, you can have favorites and you can just be like, blue is good right now. I don't want to play Magic. I'm gonna go play another game for 6 months, which I've done. Draw 3 cards and put 2 when it dies. Well, so they're tapped out of blue mana, so I think actually we want to cast our commander right now, because we don't want to get Teferi countered. That's the real that really sucks. So let's draw a card. And then we want to discard. I like the Thought Collapse. I don't care for the Palladium Mirror here because we have plenty of mana and we're moving nice and slow. So I think I actually, yeah, I think we're good. There is a danger here though, right? Because every time you loot, every time you draw and discard, you're also milling yourself, essentially. And it looks like they might be on a mill plan themselves, and so we're in danger. Maybe not though. Maybe they're just on a good stuff plan. Seraphael says, honestly, just playing Magic to hold me over until Ghost of Tsushima comes out. Hope I don't get addicted and suffer through playing. Oh, you're gonna get addicted. Yeah, it's too late for you. You're done. This game is too much fun. It's too addictive. However, I've never heard of Ghost of Tsushima. You should let us know what it is and if it's good. I don't think I want to loot, but I do want him to be +1. So let's loot. Oh, we want that so bad. We want that more than anything. Let's get rid of Mobilized District and hope that we draw another land here. Yeah, I want Drowned Secrets. And then we're about to be ready with a Thought Collapse, or something better if we draw something better here. I want that island. Alright, we're off the Kraken. Guys, we're off the reservation here. Things are happening fast. Actually, because of the Arcane Signet, we have 4 mana. But I suspect they're gearing up to cast something really good, but they can't cast their commander yet. So maybe we save this for Niv Mizzet and cast Jace now, while their blue mana is tapped out. Hey, we won a game! I mean, not by, not by skill or talent, but by our opponent being impatient and giving up. Seraphael says it looks very good. There's an 18-minute gameplay trailer, but it's PS4 exclusive. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but in feudal Japan and much better. You can choose to be an honorable samurai or a sneaky assassin in open world. Wow. It's funny that the way you describe it is what I've been hearing about video games over the past 5 years, which is like, there were open world sandbox games, and then there were stealth games, and then there were strategy games, and there were survival crafting games, and then the AAA companies just put them all into one genre. And so now every game is an open world stealth crafting survival game, which, sounds fun. Okay, so let's revisit the deck and see what we can do to make it better. The mill plan does come together, it seems, if you have the pieces, and you have to draw into the pieces, which we can because of Teferi and all of our card draw. Question: is Jace good? No. Is Commence the Endgame good? It's good because it's an instant. Otherwise, I actually would say it's not good. Bond of Insight can be good. Let's say Kasmina is not good. So now we're down 2 cards. Let's grab some of the best low drops to try and survive the early game, since people are coming at me really fast, really hard here. Terramander is good. I want a 1/1 that could turn into a 5/5, but Spectral Sailor is good. No. Oh, unsummon. What about unsubstantiate? I think maybe unsubstantiate is good here. Unsub. I amuse me. And Essence Scatter. I think Essence Scatter is a great card. Let's keep that in. All right, we're queuing with the fairy guys. Hal says, good game. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you're here. Seraphel says, I'm kind of interested in building a black deck, but honestly, I'm pretty afraid to build decks. It's overwhelming when you're new. You said it. You said it, but you can go to, there are websites where you can go to get deck lists. You can obviously watch streaming and you can watch YouTube videos, and that's really helpful. But also just let yourself be bad, because some of the fun here is in learning, right? And that's sort of what I try to do with my stream and my YouTube is just be bad and learn, right? And as I learn, you learn, and we're all growing together. Seraphel says, I feel like I got lucky with my angel deck. That happens sometimes. That happens. All right, let's play some Brawl. Let's try this one more time, and then maybe we'll make a second deck, and maybe that'll get us set up to have two or three decks that we play for the next few weeks. We'll try to refine them and perfect them and try to hit the metagame. Yeah, I learned in my first 2 days that trying to make a green deck with nothing but massive monsters was a horrible idea. Yeah, you gotta have small things that lead into the big things. It won once because my opponent kept not drawing land. Yep, correct. I'm gonna, hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm gonna rotate my mic. Okay, I think that's gonna be better. It should catch me when I'm turning my head. Yeah, okay, that's better. This is a good turn 2 play. Then we can hold up didn't say please. I'm happy with this. Oop. Oh, we should get a variety of islands too. We should pick out a few that we like. Fib, buddy, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. No one's lost forever. Oh, they're on blue-white flyers with Yorion. 20 cards. Oh, yeah, because they're using it not as a companion, but as a commander. That's cool. So question, do we want to play Crystalline Giant? Do we want to play Arcane Signet? I don't think we need the Signet right now. Do we have anything to do if they don't cast anything? Alright, well, first things first. Fibblethip, get in there. Get in there, buddy. You got this. Oh, so that's an interesting card. The Cerulean Drake. We should consider that because it has protection from red, right? And I think there are a lot of Torbrand decks that are just mono-red or aggro. So Cerulean Drake is something to consider. Here, I think maybe the Giant puts pressure on them. I don't know if we want to put pressure on them, though. We don't have anything to back that up with. Oh, no. What are they going to choose? Okay. My angel deck wins most of the time due to early game rush of low-cost angels and humans. Absolutely. I barely even get to throw out the bigger angels. Yeah, Magic has been really fast lately. That's definitely a thing that's happening. I'm going to start with Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, and we'll get this mill going. And see how they react. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What did we get? We got Death Touch. I want to leave Crystalline Giant up here. I want him to protect Jace. So Seraphil, if you're interested in playing like the bigger cards, I recommend checking out Commander. This is the like arena version of Commander. It's like a one-on-one smaller deck size version. But if you ever get into paper Magic, playing Commander is fun. It's like a big group activity, and you get to play a lot of bigger, slower, cooler cards. Wow, wow, wow! I just want to throw it out there. We're winning by intimidation. They can't even see me. They don't know how big I am. They don't know that I got my sweet Batman shirt on. They're just intimidated because we're playing confidently. We play confident and they quit. And that's exactly what we want. Teferi puts you in line. All right, I'm going to ask you guys: should we play another game with Teferi here, or should we make another deck? What do you want to see? Oh yeah, I'm not going to chew gum while I'm on the mic. That's a terrible idea. This card might be bad because it's only 4 cards out of 60. Hal says your choice. Maybe let's start making another deck then. Let's try a new one. But we have that in our back pocket, and I think we can keep playing Teferi, and I think we can keep playing with. We'll come back to him next week. New deck. Bishop of Wings has an ugly lady on it. I forget what Bishop of Wings looks like. Oh, yeah. I don't think she's personally ugly. I think the art is kind of, I think the art is not what I would hope for. I mean, it's way better than any of us could do, but compared to a lot of the other art, it doesn't hold up. I'm gonna open up not collected because I'm open to grabbing a creature or planeswalker that I don't own and building around that. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many to choose from. We already have a monocolored deck, so let's get into the multicolor. I don't have a plan here. I was just gonna make this up as I go. The only idea that I had in bed this morning was to make a Teferi. So if anyone has any requests for particular commanders, we can do that. But let's take a look at some different cards here. Sorin is kind of cool because it says creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. The problem is that the good planeswalkers to use with Sorin are red, and you're not allowed to use red cards in a black-white Brawl deck, right? So I would love to have a deck that's Sorin plus every Chandra and just like hit people in the face with fire and gain life off of it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But that just isn't going to play. That's not going to happen. Kogla might be fun. Maybe we should do Kogla, human, and ape tribal. Humans are apes, by the way. Let's see. Hannah Ship's Navigator. I love that she has the phaser art and not the newer art. They probably did that because the new one is Therese Nielsen, huh? Okay. So if we want to try milling again, we might also skip to Ferry and do Ashiok as the commander. And do a blue-black mill deck. That might be fun. Lutri. Saheeli might be fun. Just all non-creature spells, and then artifact creatures, and then you can buff up the artifact creatures, and you can multiply them, and you can swing in with a big army of artifact creatures. I don't know, is Impact Tremors? Impact Tremors probably isn't in the... Oh, but you know that dragon is. Whenever it enters the battlefield, the dragon shoots a laser beam. Seraphel, I just lost to someone continuously buffing a single Spellgorger. Oh boy, I hear you. I have Conclave Tribunals and Prison Realms, and I didn't draw any. Man, I mean, there's a lot of probability involved here. I was sure I had a copy of Rakdos. I played a lot of Ravnica Legions. Excuse me. I played a lot of Ravnica Legions, and I don't seem to have the cards in my collection. Too expensive. She's also only 3 mana. Oh boy, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel a Saheeli artifact tribal. Let's fucking do it. Let's do Saheeli. So we want to have lots of non-creature spells, but also artifact support. So let's go to let's search for the word colorless. Ugin. Colorless spells you cast cost 2 less. That's pretty good. Let's consider Ugin. Chrome Replicator enters the battlefield if you control 2 or more non-land, non-token permanents with the same name, and the servos will have the same name. Create another 4/4 token. I think that's cool. Destroy target colorless. Create 2 colorless golems. But that's an instant that makes artifact creatures. So Masterful Replication is here. I'm surprised that's not Saheeli in the art. It seems like you would want... that's kind of what she does, but... Well, maybe not. Saheeli is like an inventor. She's creating new artifact creatures, and this guy... Probably a guy, is replicating creatures, and that's not what Saheeli does. However, those cards go well together. Okay, and then Mystic Forge. You may cast artifact spells and colorless spells from the top of your library. I'm not convinced that that's good. Let's go to let's go to Artifarts. Artifact. Oh wait, Karn the Great Creator. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control can't be activated. Until your next turn, up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with tokens, blah, blah, blah. You may choose an artifact card you own from outside the game or in exile. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. I don't know if that's good. We're going to put him in there just to see. Shambling Suit's power is equal to the number of artifacts and or enchantments you control. I don't think that's good, but we're gonna jam him in there. Dalichos, add mana, spend this mana to cast or activate. Equipped creatures you control have flying and haste. I don't think we're going to do equipment, so we're going to skip him. Can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts. Oh, baby, you are in the right place. Shimmer Dragon. As long as you control 4 or more artifacts, Shimmer Dragon has hexproof. Oh, baby, get in. Yeah, we're going to skip the Renowned Weaponsmith. Okay. Now we're going to search for the word artifact. Oh. No, because now it's capturing all of the artifacts. And I'm really looking for things that buff my artifacts, because I know we have the one guy that buffs all your artifact creatures. Okay. Stone Coil Serpent might be good. Roving Keep is not good. Meteor Golem might be good. Chromatic Orrery? Ah, if we ramp up to 7, we can ramp really hard. that's when the real magic starts. Prophet of the Peak. Oh, Seraphel asked what I was laughing at. I typed in the word artifact, and I think that's pretty fucking funny. Oh god. Oh god. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. So Enchanted Carriage is interesting. It's a 4/4 for 5 that comes with 2 1/1s. And it has crew 2, so if your mice die, the servos can run it. I don't know if that's good enough. Like I think that's just really mediocre in Brawl, but we're gonna try it. We can throw in Solemn, and we can Pattern Matcher. When Pattern Matcher enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card with the same name. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Mystic Forge, Karn. No, no, no. As long as you control Dovin. Nope. 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 Masticore might be good in every single Brawl deck, because it just burns out Planeswalkers. Its third ability there, or the third line of text, is 1: Spark Hunter deals 1 damage to target Planeswalker. So if they have 5 loyalty, you just have 5 mana and they have a dead Planeswalker. It's just really powerful. And in a format where someone can have a Planeswalker as a commander, you just can't beat it. Palladium Mirror might be stronger. Don't we have something that buffs artifact creatures here? Or golems? Diamond Knight. Crystalline Giant, I think we're going to throw in there. Goes with everything, right? So our commander can't attack. I don't know that Tome of Legends is any good. Steel Overseer is the real problem here. Okay, so tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. That's our pièce de résistance. Spyglass is strong. Is it banned? Not legal. Okay, I thought so. Because you can just turn off other players' Planeswalker commanders, and that doesn't sound fun. Okay, Lucky Clover, no, 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 no. Yes. Do we want to be able to sack servos to make food out of them? I think that might not be good. Ozolith is creatures only, doesn't count for Planeswalkers. Okay, guys, I think we're narrowing in on the deck here. What else counts on artifacts? You may put a red creature card or artifact sacked at the next end step. When Opportunistic Dragon enters the battlefield, choose a human or artifact an opponent controls. Gain control of it, it loses all abilities. No, but it is a 4 mana 4/3 flyer, so that's something to consider. Nope. Gadrak is already in the deck. when an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land. If that said planeswalker, it would be in, but it doesn't. Does she say non-creature? She says non-creature spell. That's gorgeous. So like if you cast, that's interesting. If you cast an equipment, Saheeli makes a servo. Then you can equip the equipment onto the servo and attack with it. That's kind of aggressive. So what are the cheap equipments? We have Crystal Slipper. I mean, that's not great because it's just +1/+0. Artifact creatures you control have flying. We'll take that. Nope. No. Midnight Clock. Can we survive till midnight? It's also ramp, so that's pretty good. This spell costs 1 less for each artifact you control, so sometimes it's going to be just a blue. When Emery enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. Choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast it. Yes, please. Yes, please. Target non-artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Wow. It's a 4/4 for 3, assuming you have a non-creature artifact. That's something to consider. Vantress Gargoyle, I don't think so. Silent Submersible is not a creature when it comes into play, so it activates Saheeli, and then they can crew it, but then it's just a 2/3 attacker. I don't think that's good. In fact, I think that card might be bad. Witching Well is strong here. Witching Well into Animating Fairy, very nice. So Mantle of the Tides is an equipment. Do you have to draw cards for it? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. What about 1-mana equipment that's colorless? What about well, okay, what about Embercleave? The spell casts 1 less for each attacking creature. It has flash. When it enters the battlefield, attach it. The equipped creature gets +1/+1. So Embercleave with Saheeli is automatic, right? You cast it, Embercleave goes on the stack. Saheeli triggers, makes a servo token. Embercleave enters the battlefield. Its third ability here goes on the stack. Then it attaches to that token. So as long as you control Saheeli, you can Embercleave with no equip. Oh, there's a face. There's a face. I don't know if you can see it. There's a face that's turned to ash. That's fucking great. That is bonkers. I want a face turned to ash in all my art too. Holy shit. What about the other one? What about Shadowspear? Shadowspear. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and lifelink permanents. Your opponent's control is hexproof and indestructible. Well, let's throw that in the pile. Let's throw it in the pile for now. We're gonna want another mana rock. I don't think there are any other 2 mana rocks here. There's like Traveler's Amulet. That's like a 2 mana rock, kind of. So let's put in a 3 mana rock here. We have colorless, so Heraldic Banner is not great. Mana Geode Scries, and then is a nice rock. Scuttlemutt is an artifact creature. also changes people's colors. Let's throw mana geode in there. Okay. So what's left is we have 11 cards. We need removal. We need to make tokens to defend ourselves. So what I want to do here is filter out creatures. Yeah, so I want enchantments, sorceries, instants, and artifacts, but not creatures. I want blue, red, and colorless. And I want to search for token. What are the cards that make tokens? Ominousness makes tokens. Quasi-duplicate has to target something you control, and that's not what we want to do. Food token. No. Although this is a board wipe in blue, that might be something we need. Stolen by the Fae. Return target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. You create X fairy creature tokens. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Kiorabest the Sea God is expensive. Tap all. Non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during controllers and next untap stuff. Oh boy, we definitely want Sublime Epiphany. No question about that. I sort of think Forbidden Friendship is good here. Mask of Immolation creates its own 1/1. That could be good. Let's see if Goblin Wizardry is good. Mirror March? No. Goblin Gathering. Create equal to the number of Goblin Gatherings. No, that's not what we want. Improbable Alliance. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a fairy token. We don't have enough card draw, but we're going to try and fix that. All right, create a blue weird creature. X is the number of instants and sorceries, then you may return one. We'll take that. Okay, so now we need card draw. So we want something like opt. What do we have? We got 4 more cards to choose. Oh man, Rousing Read is fun. I wonder if it's any good. It probably isn't, right? Let's see. Fire Prophecy seems strong here. I love Risk Factor. I want to throw Risk Factor in there. It's a little bit of burn. It's a little bit of draw. It's got some card advantage. No. Hypothesisal? No. Expansion Explosion. Copy target instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less. Or Explosion deals X damage to any target player. We should probably have that. Seems like something we should have. Wow, we're doing okay. So 59 cards. Our curve is still way too high, though. Let's can we search for the adventure cards? Because those are instants and sorceries with upside. So like Bone Crusher, Shield Breaker maybe, but for sure Brazen Borrower. Merchant of the Veil just doesn't seem to have a high enough ceiling, unfortunately. All right. So let's look at some more burn spells. We need to remove cards here. Shock, maybe. Lava coil. Giant's greeting is strong. Oh, you know, what about the X spells? Electro dominance. Is that that's better than Geyser, right? Just straight up better. Any target, yeah. Okay, for sure, electro dominance. But let's go cheap. We need cheap burn. Chandra's Triumph is creature or planeswalker. That seems really good. we want to be able to burn out planeswalkers. Oh, weaponize! Oh, of course, weaponize. All right, okay. And actually, so one thing we forgot here is to look at all the planeswalkers that we can have in this deck. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a few. There's a few. Let's see. Holy moly, there's 2 screens worth of planeswalkers. So I think Karn is probably bad. We're going to take Karn out. Those Rals are too slow, but let's talk about Storm Conduit. He's only 4 mana. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, he deals 1 damage. +2 Scry 1 is real good. And then copying something is real good. He should go in the pile. Let's talk about the Scions, though. Their first ability is Loot. Their second is First Strike and Trample. They're really good. It's too expensive, too expensive, too expensive. Sarkhan goes well with Saheeli. Rowan. That must be from a separate deck that I don't know about. Jaya. Elementals, no. Chandra Fire Artisan is card advantage, and she does damage. I think she's pretty good here. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control, create 2 tokens. You may cast target instant or sorcery. That's pretty good. I wonder if it's a Fairy Master of Time Escape. Let's keep him out of it for now. And let's think about Mu Yanling. Until your next turn, loses flying, create a bird. Where are we at? We're at 67. Oh, there may be an issue with the stream. Skipped frames detected. Well, we're still live. It's good enough. So our curve is still too high. We need some 1-drops here. Let's reset all the filters and just look at 1 and 2 drops in our colors. And then we'll have to look at lands. So for 1-drops, we have Zopt. We already have an Opt. Terramander. Did I put insubstantiate in here? Unsubstantiate. That's something I want. Where is unsubstantiate? Actually, Essence Scatter too. Gosh. This deck is going to be much harder to build than the last one because we have so many good cards to choose from. Where is W? Where's W? U? There it is, unsubstantiated. We got to survive the beginning of the game. That's the hard part. Yeah. Then we got to boof with our tokens. Shock. Let's consider shock. Shock is a consideration. We're also going to have a lot of tokens. How are we going to win with those tokens? We have to get them. We have to get them in to do damage. And we don't have a crater hoof. Hoof. So we need to find some kind of buff. Beam splitter mage, yeah. This is difficult. I think Stone Quail leaves. I think Enchanted Carriage might be good. Where's Burning Blood? Is that more expensive? Blood. Burn Bright? Burn Bright. It's a 3-mana buff. Oh. We're gonna search for creatures you control and see if we get any big buff here. Volcanic Salvo might be really good, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Creatures your opponents control can't block. Flame Sweep. Attacking non-human creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample. But it's a 3-mana do-nothing enchantment, otherwise. Yeeks. And they have to be attacking, it's not on blocking. That card sucks. I am so unhappy with that card. Oh boy. Bolt Hound gives a buff. Oh, Castle Embereth is just what we're looking for. Choose a creature type. Okay, let's go to lands. Let's go to lands. We want castles. When Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield untapped, move a target sorcery or instant from your graveyard on top of your library. We love that card. Castle Embereth. Dwarven Mine. When Dwarven Mine enters the battlefield, untapped, create a 1/1 token? Fuck, yes. Get the fuck out of here. That's exactly what we want. Steam Vents, for sure. Let's try Swiftwater Cliffs and Temple. Blast Zone seems like a winner. No. Hey, that. What about Interplanar Beacon? Whenever you cast a Planeswalker, gain 1 life. Okay. Sorry, I blew into the mic there. Karn's Bastion, good, get in. Mobilize District, and let's do another multicolor spell since we have a bunch of colorless now. Guildgate, I guess. I guess that's what's left. Excuse me. Gorgeous. Now all we have to do is find 10 cards. 10. 10 cards to get rid of. Good fucking Lord. I need a snack. I'm gonna grab a snack and I'll be right back. Guess what I've got? Pop-Tarts. Shh, don't tell mom and dad. They're still in bed. Because we're playing Saturday Morning Magic. Okay, so we want to cut from the top end where possible. Elders, Embercleave. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature that you control. So our goal is to get Shimmer Dragon out on the battlefield and then make every servo into a Shimmer Dragon. That's how we're going to win the game. Expansion is really, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Chrome Replicator seems pretty good. Enchanted Carriage seems okay. At 5 mana, I'm not super excited. But it's like a 5 mana 6/6. If you have enough creatures to crew it. Goblin Wizardry is an instant, and the Prowess is going to trigger a lot of the time, so I think we want to keep that. Chandra is card draw. Experimental Overload, I don't know, because it is specifically instants and sorceries. So that maybe isn't as good as it should be. All right, Ral's out. Karn's out. There, we're down to 68. We're almost there. Is anybody watching? No. Nobody's watching. That's fine. Emery mills, and then she allows you to cast your artifacts from the graveyard. And we're going to have some fun artifacts to cast from the graveyard. We're going to have Crystalline Giant, Chrome Replicator, Meteor Golem, Masticore, Signet. I think she stays. I think Emery stays. Midnight Clock is ramp, and it's also a a mana sink, and it's also card draw. It's defense in case someone else makes the mill deck work, which I'm still skeptical of. Brazen Borrower is an instant for triggers like Saheeli. And then you can flash it in. I always forget that it has flash as well. So, again, Bone Crusher Giant can be copied. It can trigger Saheeli. It can trigger other things. Gadrak seems strong, right? 5/4 for 3. Can attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts, but honestly, we're going to have 4 artifacts a lot of the time. I don't know if we should put risk factor on the chopping block. Here's the chopping block over here. I think Solemn is probably good, but we'll put him on the block. Experimental Overload as well. Shambling Suit's just bad. Well, that's an easy cut. Oh man, I think the Scions are great. Draw a card, discard a card. Turn a 1/1 servo into a 3/1 first strike servo. Love it. Chandra buffs up Saheeli, and that's super powerful. She also makes tokens. She also allows you to cast instants and sorceries. Real good. Real good. I love this whole stack. This is all playing into the plan. The problem is that when your deck is stacked at 3, it's not until turn 6 that you can start casting 2 cards a turn. That's the trouble. If you're stacked at 2 on turn 4, you can start casting 2 cards a turn, right? This is a real stop sign. These 2 are so much more expensive. These are at least 3, right? But really good. I mean, they're non-creature spells. You get free value, and they're each 2 for 1s, so they're staying. Steel Overseer is staying. Arcane Signet should probably stay. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, how are we drawing cards? I really want this because they fly, right? The flying fairies makes a big difference. It does allow you to loot for 6 mana. Will I get more fairies out of Improbable Alliance than I will get 1/1s out of Forbidden Friendship? I sort of think so, but we need something in the early game to keep us from getting stomped. So Fire Prophecy, Chandra's Triumph. Unsubstantiate, Essence Scatter. These are things that are going to keep us alive. Maybe Shadow Spear goes away. I think that's out. Weaponize we keep, for sure. Opt is very good. We're going to try and ditching that. Okay, so we got to get rid of our cutting board here. Chopping block. That's what they call it. Just chopping block. This is the fucking cutting board. Oh my god. So then we got to cut something from this pile here. It has to be from this pile. Animating Fairy is just real strong in this deck. Emery is strong. Midnight Clock. Borrower. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe Crystalline Giant. It's so good with Steel Overseer, and it's also so good. So here's a bonkers combo. If you -2 Saheeli, you turn a Servo into a Crystalline Giant. For 1 turn, when you go to combat, that Servo gets one of these tokens, right? And then it goes back to being a Servo, but then it keeps the token. So if it gets a Death Touch, that stays. If it gets a Reach, that stays, right? Mana Geode. Maybe Mana Geode isn't good enough. But that just made me think, we need to look up proliferate cards here. No. Not inside our deck. We need to look up proliferate in general. Guild Pact Informant is a 3-mana flyer? Whoa. Flux Channeler, though. That's fucking bonkers. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. That's all we want to do right here. Also Contentious Plan. Oh no. We have to get rid of 2 more cards. Fuck. How many lands do we have? We have 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I mean, I guess that's good. 24 lands is good. Man, that Pop-Tart was good. I kind of wish I had toasted it. Alright, we got rid of 1 mana rock, so we can't get rid of the Palladium Mirror. Spark Hunter stays. They stay. Stay. That's really a 2-drop. That's really a 2-drop. Stay. Definitely. Yes, need to keep. Fuck, we're up to 62. Alright, something from the fat stack here. Replication. Choose target artifact you control. Each other artifact you control becomes a copy of that artifact. So that's the one where we want to turn all the servos into Crystalline Giants. Or we make 2 3/3s at instant speed. Shimmer Dragon stays. Epiphany stays. Embercleave is so good. Embercleave is not going to be that expensive. Embercleave is going to be cheaper than that. Elders. Artifact creatures you control have flying. Yes. Meteor Golem is our only unconditional removal. It's also a creature. I think we get rid of Salvo. Oh god, this is hard. I have to get rid of 2 more cards. Let's try getting rid of Fire Prophecy. And Salvo isn't that expensive. It's probably a 4. Well, no, it's probably... Fuck. God, that's so good. We're trying to be disciplined. I'm fighting the urge to cut a land, right? So we want to be disciplined. We're trying to do what's going to lead to the highest win percentage. So keep the lands. I think we need 24, especially with this fat stack of expensive cards. All right, we're going to ditch Salvo for now. I want to take a quick look at Golem. Is there any tribal? No, there's no tribal stuff. Golems. Okay, this is good enough. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Lord knows we have time to get better at Brawl and better at deck building. This, I suspect, is also just not going to be good because it's too slow. So I think what we'll do for next time, I'm going to play this a few times here, but next time we'll build something really aggressive and mean, and maybe like a Selesnya aggro, +1/+1 counters aggro. That would be fun, huh? Oh, we have to name it. We have to name it. Sahili's Workshop. All right, let's go brawling. Have to remember to switch decks, switch, and play. All right, let's get wrecked. Oh, motherfucker, let's get wrecked. Get it, get it, get it good. This is great. What a great hand. I am so here for this hand. Get it, get it, get it, good. Let's draw a mountain. I want to play Weaponize on turn 1. Let's draw mountain again. Decapitated. Whoa! All right, so they're playing white aggro. Weaponize. Oh! they got rid of a card I can't even cast. Oh, that's a good feeling. Would I rather draw a card or get my card back? I don't even know. Yeah, let's just bone crush it. They can recast it with Luris, and I understand that, but I'm not that worried. To be quite frank. Yeah, so now casting Sahili is awkward. Bone Crusher is less awkward, because I'll trade with Luris all day long. Excuse me. I'll trade with Luris all day long. Song. And then we cast a non-creature spell. Trigger, trigger. Let's do this. No, I don't think I will be activating you for quite some time. This is fucking fantastic, though. We can hold up Contentious Plan and Essence Scatter. I love it. I love it. I mean, counterspells are suddenly really not good here because counterspells are suddenly not good because we counter them, they go into the graveyard, and Luris casts them back out. So that's a lot less fun. Oh my god, did you? Oh, it's just permanent spell, so they can just keep dead waiting. That's less fun. I don't care for that. You may put target instance or sorcery card. I don't have one. That's too bad. Let's see. I want to protect her from Luris. I want to leave up 2 mana for Essence Scatter or Contentious Plan. So I think I flex channel here and go to turn. Yeah, alright. They can just keep dead waiting every turn, huh? That sucks. I suspect their deck may be better than ours, not just in execution, but in concept. I think Lurrus might just be a stupid broken card that we can't deal with. So that's oh, that's a sorcery. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I thought it was an instant. Damn it. Well, we got a second red. We can proliferate here. That's fun. I like the shock. Let's keep going with the shock. We can hold up Essence Scatter, hold up Weaponize. Do we attack? Lurrus has trample. Okay, all right. So we don't want to block with a servo. So let's pass the turn. Let's pass the turn. Pass it right over. Pass it. We're gonna pass it right over. I think I would have made a nice debutante. It wasn't my destiny. It wasn't my birthright. As you can see. Oh my god. Well, I mean, if you're gonna kill it, I'm gonna use it to kill you. Gonna weaponize. We're gonna weaponize. Resolve. Oh wow, that's a really good card, huh? Really good card for that deck. Ah, yes. Pass to attackers. Come on. Swing, baby. No shock. Yeah, no shock. I think we can enter tapped here. If we Chandra here, we get a new blocker. We have enough mana to sack that blocker to do damage. We buff up our planeswalkers. We leave up both. We don't leave up shock. That's a problem. But we have a shock. We have weaponize. Weaponize is like a shock. We're set up pretty good here. I mean, they're on black, so I'm sure they have some pretty nice removal. We'll see. The fuck? Oh, it's a tutor. What the fuck? Oh yeah, okay. What the shit is that? Oh no, yeah, I know. When it dies, put it back into the battlefield. Yeah, okay. I don't have any good targets for weaponize or shock, and I can't cast shock anyway. Midnight Clock is interesting. I definitely want to leave 2 up. I actually want to leave 3 mana up. I have 7 mana, so I only want to spend 4 mana this turn. I can get 1/1s and they can attack. Or I can get 1/1s, spend both, and make him lose Lurrus. That seems convoluted. Let's play Midnight Clock. Makes us a token, gives us an extra mana. Now we can really pump up the jams here. I'm actually going to proliferate it here. I feel like that's pretty strong. Yeah, that leaves 3 mana up for all the things we want to do here. Yes. Oh, good lord, yes. And I can play another land. Oh my god, I'm starting to feel bad about how this is going. The issue is that we don't have a way to win. Hey Matt, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So I decided that I hate M21. I did like 8 drafts, and 5 of them were O3s, and 2 of them were 3-Os, because what the fuck. So I decided this morning we're going to play Brawl. I haven't played Brawl on Arena much at all, maybe like 3 games, 4 games. So I built 2 decks this morning so far. This one is a Saheeli non-creature spells servos deck. And we're set up really well in this game, but I don't have a way to finish the game. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But it feels good to be learning something new. Brawl is an entirely new new skill for me. Our opponent is popping off here. And Luris is really busted, but Luris can only cast one of those cards per each of their turns. So that's important to know. Do they have a sack outlet? I don't think they have a sack outlet. So I think I'm going to shock Priest before they get a second creature. It gives us a token. And I know they can cast Priest, but they have to cast it, then wait around, and then tap it. I think that was the best use of the shock that we were going to get. Yeah, and I think that's my turn. Crystalline Giant, let's be honest, is a pretty juicy get here. We can start making servos into copies of Crystalline Giant. And I want to put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker. I'm going to start doing that now, because target artifact becomes a copy. Okay, you become a copy of you. And let's see. We don't know what token we're going to get. It could be anything. Could be anything. It could be could become a 1/1 trampler. You don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. Trigger, trigger. What'd you get? What'd you get? Oh, I got a +1/+1 counter. Now I'm gonna have a 2/2 servo. Holy shit. Oh my god. Good god, y'all. And this has menace. That's fantastic. Trample, lifelink. Yeah, you'll gain life, but we'll force you to do your full cycle of dying and returning here. Alright, so on their turn, we'll be able to weaponize if necessary, essence scatter if necessary, and midnight clock with whatever mana we have left kicking around. If we can get midnight clock to go off, this game's over. Oh, holy shit! Wow, that's juicy. That is juicy. It's too bad our crystalline giant has menace, huh? As to attackers. Okay, on my turn, do I want to weaponize? Do I want to hit her? How hard do I want to hit her? Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. They're never going to do that. They're just going to make a zombie every turn. And we really don't want them to make a zombie every turn. Weaponize allows me to trade my 1/1s for their 2/2s. And then I still have enough mana to Midnight Clock. So I think that's strong. I had forgotten about that static ability, but they didn't care. They were done. Victory by resilience. All we have to do is stick with it, and everyone else will give up. That's the secret. Tenacious. Tenacity wins Brawl. That's how we do it. Motherfucker! Yes! Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. So my concern with this deck is still that the curve is too high. I think what we're going to need to do is lower that curve real low. We're going to want 1 mana cantrips, but it's just so hard to cut cards. So we're going to try that one more time, and then we'll go into revision mode, and then we'll try one more game, and that'll be me for the day. I've been on for 2 hours already, so couple more games, little bit of revision. You know, in Britain they call study revision because you're not vising it, you are revising it. You are seeing it again. So they call study revision. That's a turn 3 play if ever I saw one. Holy shit. Keep. This is 100% keep. Oh, I think they're done for. I think they're toast. I think we can beat. I think we can beat Mill really well here, because the Royal Scions loot, which is bad, but their buff ability, their middle ability, is also a +1, which is stupid. I don't know who got away with that. Wow. Hey, Fibblethip, he's our buddy. All right, question. Do we play Palladium Mirror to block Fibblethip? Do we play Saheeli to get things started and then just let Fibblethip hit her for 1? Or do we Scions as a distraction that'll keep Saheeli safe when we cast her next turn? I mean, if we cast Saheeli, we don't get the token off of casting the Scions. My mic is... I have a loose connection. Okay, we're good. This is hard. I think it's Saheeli. I think she's our engine, and we just want to do it up. We just want to do it up. I wish we had more mana and I could leave up expansion, and then whatever instant and sorcery they cast, we get to cast. Matt says looting seems nice. I agree. I mean, we want to loot as little as possible against this mill deck. But I tell you what. Yes. What? Sir Chappie? What? What do you think? What are you thinking? Can you counter it? I don't think you can counter it. Is there a one-mana counterspell that's going to work here? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, let's loot. Well, let's play Castle Vantress. Let's loot. Wow, Brazen Borrower is so good because it hits planeswalkers. Embercleave won't be good until we can get red. Masticore is going to be a bomb when Ashiok comes down. Gosh, this is really hard. I want to get rid of Expansion Explosion because here's my justification. It's expensive, right? You have to leave up 2 mana to copy something that they're casting, or have 2 mana up when you're casting an instant or sorcery. And then Explosion is a good end game thing, but we only have the 4 mana, so we can only cast it for 0 right now. And making an army of Masticores seems pretty good. Oh, fuck. We're gonna flicker Fibblethip. Jinky Scoob. Seems real good. I might get rid of Embercleave. That might be what we do. We're going to start with a loot here. Witching Well is good. I actually am going to get rid of Embercleave. We're too far away from using it. And Witching Well is really strong here. It's a 1/1 plus a scry 2. And we need to scry ourselves to some land. So I think probably Palladium Mirror is the follow-up play. Palladium Mirror would even get us pretty close to Meteor Golem, which we really want to cast soon. Three or more other islands. Does Castle Vantress count as an island? No. Right? Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more other islands. No. We'll take the mountain though, for sure. For sure. For sure. Ooh. Ooh. I'm so excited. So excited. This deck is working out a lot better than the last one. So the first deck I tried to make was a Teferi milling deck. The new Teferi, the Master of Time. And he is powerful. And it had some oomph behind him, but I was trying to go all in on milling, and it didn't didn't go the way I wanted it to. So they are flickering Fibblethip and getting lands, or getting cards, but they don't seem to be getting lands. So I don't know what's going on here. I think we might be in deep doo-doo. The deck is fun though. This is a fun deck to be in. Alright. So with Sahili's ability, we can actually make the Witching Well a Palladium mirror if we need like a big boost of mana. That's pretty tight, if I'm being honest. No! No! Oh boy. Stitcher. Ah! Is that 5? How is that 5? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. How is that 5? I don't understand what's going on. Devotion to blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? Wait. Oh! Ah, the transmutation. The transmutation. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Alright. Well, that was dumb. Yeah, alright. Look at the fucking sparks coming off of that. That is so, like, Arthurian legends. Like, we're sharpening the Excalibur. Alright, Servo. Do your thing, bud. I think I definitely want to hold up 2 for the Brazen Borrower. This is a sack for 4, so that doesn't leave us with the mana that we want. Oh, we're still in combat. I'm wondering about the Masticore. Do we wait for Ashiok to come down, or do we put it down to deter Ashiok from showing up? That's the question. I think we pass, actually. I think we pass, and if we have cause to use the Brazen Borrower, we use it. And if we don't, we use the Wishing Well. Yeah, that's what we do. Nice. Let me go to full control here. 2. Prep. To combat. Pass to attackers. Bounce Thassa. Make a token and block Fiddle. Oh no, they counterspelled it. That might be the game, actually. I don't know if I have a way to deal with the Thassa. Although she won't be a creature for long. I don't think. Ooh, this isn't good. Did that do anything? I don't think that did anything. Oh, we have 6 lands now. Every time. Did I have the ultimate? Is that why they? Is that why they? Yeah, -8. Draw 4 cards when you do. Deal damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, I would have figured that out eventually. I was trying to. I was trying to think. Masticore down, discard Masterful Replication. Then I'd have 2 mana. No, I'd have 3 mana to bump him down to 1. We let Thassa hit the Scions for 6, but then I would have realized that the ultimate was up. Yeah. Well, we had him. That's how you win Brawl, baby! Persistence. Persistence. Let's have a little revisit of the deck, and then we'll play one more game, and then I'll take off for the day. Hey, we got our 100 coins. Deck. I'm gonna get some water. I'm eating candy for breakfast and nobody can stop me. Mom and Dad are still in bed and they'll never know. Okay. I want to see the Planeswalkers. Show me the Planeswalkers. We've had such good luck with them. What are the 3 drops? Tybalt. Oh man, Tybalt is mean against the what's it called? Vito? Is that his name? The Dusk Rose guy? The Ixalonian vampire. Tybalt is really mean against him. We have Narset. Narset should probably be in this deck. What comes out, though? It looks like we're moving away from an artifact theme, so I sort of think Emery can go. And I still don't know about Chrome Replicator. Like, I want to cast it a few times before I make a decision. What are the 1 mana? Let's go to the 1 drops. Oh, yeah, here we go. What are the 1 drops here? There's Unsummon. Opt. We already have Opt. I wonder if Crash Through is good. It's, huh. I mean, most of the time it's going to do nothing, but it's going to make a 1/1. I guess a 1/1 for 1 isn't that good. Huh. This is an interesting one. So this is a 1 mana 1/1, right? It makes a servo token. But then if you get to the late game and you have 8 mana, it becomes an 11/11. It takes over the board. That's a thought. I like the idea of that, and I don't know that it would ever play out properly. But let's ditch masterful replication and see. Oh yeah, hold on. I could put masterful replication in. No, no, stop. Okay, we put that in the sideboard. We also want Moo. Yanling? No, it's Yanling. We want her in the sideboard. Cards to consider. Okay. Oh, it cannot have any cards in the sideboard. Okay. It would be nice to have a maybe board built in here. Did that work? Do we have a hammer? We have a hammer. All right. Let's do this. Let's brawl. Last chance, motherfuckers. We've got a good record so far, not by actually winning, but by playing the game longer than our opponent has patience. Cheers for that. This is a good start. We can cast Saheeli on 3. Cast this onto Saheeli on 3. I don't love it, but it's good. Whoa! Opponent is on Firesong and Sunspeaker. How are they legal in Brawl? They're from... Wait, what's going on here? Yeah, no, we're scattering that. How are they legal in Brawl? Sunspeaker. Why? They're not... Scryfall says they're legal in Brawl, but they're clearly not, right? Matt, if you have any information about that, I'd be real curious why. I mean, I assume it was printed in a promo or something that makes it technically count as standard, but yeah, no, let's start with Saheeli. Oh, were they reprinted in Jumpstart? Is that why? Is it Jumpstart? Where do we go from here? They're probably not doing a lot of card draw on Boros. So let's jump to the Royal Scions. That's never played Brawl. Yeah, I mean, in theory, anything that's legal in Standard is legal in Brawl. But on the Scryfall page, it says Firesong and Sunspeaker, not legal in Standard, but legal in Brawl. So I don't know what that's about. Let's loot. I want to play that land this turn, so let's get rid of Chrome Replicator, and then we can play the Beacon. Huh, okay. I see articles about it, but none seem to be explaining why it's legal. Okay, we got a Pyreling. And we have 6 drops and a 5 drop. I think we're just gonna cast Narset here anyway, so we're gonna leave that tapped. Oh no! If we leave opt up, we can opt. But I don't want to get rid of Shimmer Dragon. Or Meteor Golem. There is a Historic Brawl, but this isn't Historic Brawl. This is regular Brawl. Weird, right? I guess we'll get rid of opt. You use opt to get good cards, but we already have the 3 best cards in the deck. So I think that's just fine. Whoa! Holy shit! They really, really don't want me to activate Narset. Wow! That seems so strange to me. Wow, wow, wow. So for 4, I can bounce that and take... Let's see if we get a land. That's the next step. So I want the land. Honestly, I almost feel like Meteor Golem should go. But we don't have the artifacts, so Shimmer Dragon needs to go. We'll play Castle Vantress. Next question, do we cast Stolen by the Fae for 4? Oh my god! Alright, I played 6 games of Brawl this morning. I played 6 games of Brawl. We lost 1 of them. We won the other 5 games by being patient. I love this format. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, so the other thing that I noticed here is that the more Planeswalkers you have on the board, the more they are likely to give up. So Planeswalkers are just clearly like demoralizing. And I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to demoralize people into feeling bad and quitting because they feel bad. At the same time, it keeps leading me down this road of Super Friends. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn Saheeli into a Super Friends deck. We're going to move away from artifacts. We'll revise it. I'll make a note here. We're going to move Saheeli away from Super Friends, away from artifacts towards Super Friends. We're going to go back to Teferi and see if we can make that mill strategy actually work. And if not, we might tool around with a control deck version that's like counterspell, card draw, and then sea monsters. I kind of want a sea monsters deck. And then the third one, we should have an aggro deck, because a lot of these Brawl decks are aggro. You play 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, Lord, and then swing, or Anthem and then swing, and you just crush your opponent before they can do anything. So I think we'll have a mill deck, we'll have a Super Friends deck, and we'll have an aggro deck, and we'll make it an Obzon aggro, so that we have a nice mix of colors. So this has been a lot of fun. I learned a lot about the format. I played pretty tight. There were some mistakes that I made, but I played more tight than I have been playing lately. I think M21 got under my skin, and I just wasn't mentally there for it. I am here for Brawl all of a sudden. Winning makes you feel like you're here for it. So that's exciting. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be playing Civilization 6, and that might finish either tomorrow or next Sunday. And then Monday evening, we're going to have a special edition of Ramp and Splash, where I will be playing Slay the Spire with a friend, Ben. And he's going to be on screen here with me. And that's it. So we got tomorrow, and then Monday, and then next Saturday morning, I'll be playing Brawl again. We'll come back to Brawl. I want to thank the folks who were in the chat, and my friend Matt, who is still in the chat. I want to thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun interacting with people this morning, and a lot of fun with Brawl. I will see you guys next time. Thank you.